Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and welcome to Glow in the Dark Cinema. And tonight we'll be discussing The Alligator People from 1959. Directed by Roy Del Ruth, The Alligator People is a sci-fi creature feature mystery, and it tells the story of a newlywed couple on a train on the way to their honeymoon. The husband Paul receives a strange letter, so he takes off, leaving his new wife Joyce on the train. Joyce begins a frantic search for her husband. She eventually tracks him to a small Louisiana town, and being worn out from all the searching, she just has to stop and take a rest on a container of radioactive material. She soon finds herself at a local plantation, the only address she could find for her missing husband, and the owner of the house is less than friendly. After getting the runaround, tripping over some alligators, and being locked in a room like a prisoner, she finds a whole lot more than she bargained for, and this includes some alligator-themed mad science. Why did her husband run off, and what is his connection to the scaly, swamp-dwelling humanoids? I'll save that for you to find out, because I certainly wouldn't want to spoil the mystery. And said mystery is really the bulk of the film. You don't see a full-on alligator person until the last 6 minutes of the movie. It also features some light touches of film noir. There's even some narration by our lead. And check out this shot. That's all kinds of noir-esque. And it makes sense that the film has this slightly different style. It was director Roy Del Ruth's only sci-fi film. He did, though, direct the 1931 version of The Maltese Falcon, which I didn't know existed until I started researching this episode. The film stars Beverly Garland as our sleuthing wife. Garland was an actress with a pretty good sci-fi resume, with appearances in It Conquered the World, Not of This Earth, The Twilight Zone, and the Planet of the Apes TV series. As our runaway groom, we have Richard Crane. Crane was a character actor known for his role as Rocky Jones' Space Ranger. He was also in the 1951 serial Mysterious Island. Next up, and possibly most importantly, we have Lon Chaney Jr. as the hook-handed alligator-hating handyman. Chaney is, of course, most famous for his numerous Universal monster movies, but he did some sci-fi as well, including Indestructible Man. And finally, I wanted to mention Bruce Bennett, who appears in the wraparound segments of the film. Bennett is probably best known for playing Tarzan in The New Adventures of Tarzan in 1935. At that time, he was using his real name of Herman Brix, but he would change his name to Bruce Bennett to get away from all the Tarzan typecasting. The effects in the film are quite good, ranging from makeup to a mask with a moving jaw to some fake alligators, all the way to a really cool looking radiation machine. And the special effects are credited to a Fred Echeverry. This appears to be his only sci-fi film. But the makeup was by Ben Nye and Dick Smith. Nye was a prolific makeup artist with over 400 credits to his name, ranging from The Fly, to Planet of the Apes, to The Day the Earth Stood Still. And that's 2 Apes references if you're counting. Now, there's some confusion about this next part, but the Dick Smith who did makeup for the Alligator People does not appear to be the famed makeup artist who did the incredible Old Man Barnabas makeup for Dark Shadows. This was a different Dick Smith altogether, who also worked on The Fly. The Alligator People was developed as a co-feature for Return of the Fly on a budget of $300,000. It was not produced by Fox though, and the awesome cinematography in the film was by cinematographer Carl Struess, who worked on The Fly and Rocket Ship XM. My first exposure to the Alligator People, like so many other 50s sci-fi films, came courtesy of Zacherley's Horrible Horror from 1986.
I'll kill you, alligator man!
Really stood out to me. It was also my first exposure to Lon Chaney Jr., other than the Remco Mini Monsters action figure. In 1983, a video game was in development for the Atari 2600, but for some unknown reason it was never released. A prototype did eventually leak, and in it one played as Joyce, represented as a giant syringe, dodging alligators and injecting an antidote into alligator men. The first discovered prototype turned out not to be the Alligator People at all. It was, in fact, a Planet of the Apes game. Oh yeah. The score for the film was by Irving Gertz. Gertz was a composer who also worked on The Leech Woman, The Monolith Monsters, and The Deadly Mantis. This one isn't wacky, but I did find it a little odd that Joyce would ask the hook-handed weirdo with a box full of radioactive material for a ride. Then again, that's how my parents met. Nope, not a shred of sleaze. Heck, the alligator man even wears pants. Sorry, Uncle Carl. The Alligator People has been released on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. This one doesn't get nearly the credit it deserves. It's well acted, well written, and features great visuals with a cool Bayou setting. I wouldn't go as far as to label it sci-fi noir, but it's pretty darn close. Had the sci-fi element not come in towards the end of the film, this one could have easily gone that route. And that's all the time we have for this weekend. But before we go, heard that Joyce watched several of my videos in a row.
This girl has lived through a horrible experience.
He probably meant a different channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, watch the skies, and stay atomic.
The toys of tomorrow will be of every description, and so realistic, you can hardly tell them from the real thing. There will be comical animals like Mighty Mouse who can carry on a conversation or fly through the air with the greatest of ease. More up to date will be this flying boxcar and combat team. It has a howitzer, radar-controlled equipment, and an atomic cannon. See this giant army transport with revolving propellers? Well, the exciting part of this toy is that within a few seconds, all the pieces can be put into the fuselage, ready to fly off to a new battlefield. Someday in the future, scientists will be firing satellites into space. And one of the new toys certainly will be a satellite launcher truck. The truck will have 4 flying saucers. They can be mounted onto a launching platform. Wind it. Aim it, press the control button, and off it goes into the stratosphere. Well, if not the stratosphere, for a distance of 75 feet anyway. Ideal's Sky Sweeper will be a modernistic anti-aircraft truck that plots the enemy with a secret searchlight. It's really a film projector. 6 different enemy targets can be screened on the wall. First, load your Nike rockets. Then zero the enemy in through a crosshair sighting device. When the target has been tracked, blast away. Fire 1. Fire 2. Some people say toys of the future will blow up the Earth. They're right, for here's a globe intended to be blown up. Light as a beach ball, yet it's authentic in every detail, with over 2,000 names of oceans, countries, and cities. It will even have a wrought iron stand. It's typical of the ingenious toys of tomorrow, educational and lots of fun. What will they think of next? Well, if they can improve on these ideas, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Alligator skin. Very fashionable for shoes or for pet alligators. But that rough, patchy look isn't at all fashionable for pretty legs. Yet if a girl is shaving with a blade razor, her legs may get that alligator skin look. See how this blade razor actually shaves off outer skin cells, leaves the exposed underskin dry and patchy, leaves nicks and cuts too. Now let me show you the new feminine way to shave with the Lady Chic electric shaver. It has a special shaving edge for underarms, a separate edge for legs. A Lady Chic shaves so gently. No patchy alligator skin, no nicks, no cuts, so smooth. Lady Chics come in many lovely designs, and most stores offer a 14-day home trial. Get one and leave alligator skin to the alligators. What a gift.